Rock.
What's great, y'all? I'm Henry Rock Johnson, and you are now tuned in to Roc Radio. This evening, I got my brother Thrizzle with me. Don't forget the 1-3. And we got a special guest, another one of our brethren, Ness, in the building. What's up with you? How you feeling, bro?
Happy to be here.
I'm glad you stopped by and decided to join us this evening, because we had a hot topic, real hot topic. We talking about the one and only Puff Daddy, Diddy. I think he called himself Love now or something like that. These last few years, he's been calling himself that. Sean John. Talking about him, we're talking about his legacy, and we're talking about some of the troubles he's been having lately. But we want to first start talking about his legacy and what he did with Bad Boy as a producer, as an artist, songwriter, and entrepreneur. So we started Bad Boy Records back in 1993. Biggie, Faith, 112, Craig Mack. If you want to take it into the 2000s, he had 8Ball and MJ. Yeah, did he have Carl Thomas? Yeah, if you guys know the deal with Carl Thomas, leave it in the comments below if he was on Bad Boy or not. In the 2000s, 8Ball and MJG for a minute.
Oh, the lock. Is it the Lokes or the Locks? Is it the Lokes?
The Lokes.
Jadakiss Locks.
You said the Lokes.
I said the Locks or the Lokes.
He had the Locks early on before they went to Rough Rider. When they first came out, he had none with them. Black Rob, long live Black Rob. He is definitely on Bad Boy too. So a plethora of artists. He has a plethora of number one hits. Shine definitely is another one. So a plethora of hits, a plethora of Grammy Awards, BMA. Even as an artist too, when he did I'll Be Missing You after Biggie died, like that went straight to the top. Mm-hmm. So the man is a musical genius. He has a drive, can't stop, won't stop. He has this drive that's relentless, and it spilled out into other ventures like Sean John. Did y'all have a Sean John outfit?
I never had an outfit. I think I had a couple shirts though.
He had the fragrance. I remember that. So he had that. I don't know if y'all remember. He had a restaurant too, Justin's. Was that down here in Atlanta? Either that in LA. It was in a big market. I just know he had a restaurant. So he expanded outside. He also had the liquor. He was the spokesman for Ciroc, which was pretty good when it first came out. I think they didn't dumb it down and made it cheap now, but everybody was drinking that Blue Dot when it first came out. In the early 2010s, I believe, everybody was drinking on that Blue Dot.
Popularized it.
He took it to another level for sure. It was definitely a thing to just have the bottle. I think the way he made the bottle seem, people, even if it was empty, people would save it just to say they had a Ciroc bottle.
And it also paved the way for hip-hop entrepreneurship outside of music. You know what I'm saying? Having your face behind a brand, alcoholic brand, but paying good money to do so.
Only him and Jay-Z were the... Jay-Z was the other one who had Armadale and Belvedere and stuff behind him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Diddy and Jay-Z were the captains of artists backing liquor brands. So, aside of that legacy, he has this dark cloud over him. This can't stop, won't stop attitude has led into other areas of his life, and now it's starting to catch up with him. What y'all think about that?
Well, going back to Ciroc, I remember, I think it was a month before Invest Fest in 2023, maybe June, July. I remember him coming out and saying that he was having issues with Ciroc and that they don't support our people. They didn't have our interests. And I knew immediately when I saw that post, the first thing that came out of my mouth was, oh my gosh, they are going to eradicate. Now, I know that we're in this age now where murder is not necessarily the answer. We can go back to Bill Cosby or R. Kelly. When you are in a certain position of power and you assert yourself a certain way, and it's not the way that they want you to go, now it's time to just destroy and assassinate your character. I think it's now media what they use to kill you. They don't have to murder you. Not having that attention, having people, your family and friends turn their back on you, I think that's the perfect weapon.
And they'll let you
do your dirt.
They saw. I'm just saying that they let him do his thing, so they knew that God, you got too much evidence. Same thing with Diddy, and government has ways to access your files and your secret footage. Ask Kelly, ask Diddy. They got advanced ways to get into your business. You can't hide.
So basically, you guys are saying won't stop the aggressive approach that he takes towards success. They let him do it, and they let it spill over into other aspects of his life. But then, first sign of him not doing what they want, we pulling it.
Because let's not act like America's not. It's cool with sexual deviancy. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much invented porn and all of that. America, we cool with LGBTQ. You know what I'm saying? As a culture, we can't really police. You know what I'm saying? So what Diddy was doing, I don't think America tripping that much. It's the criminality aspect of it. The locking them in a room and the making it no AC and all of that. That's what I'm saying. That's more than just deviancy. That's like criminal.
You talking about trafficking and other things like that at this point. But before he got caught up, it was cool at some point. So how do you think Diddy got away with it so long?
Well, I think, one, I can say I know that he had tapes. I think that's what the FBI and people, the Homeland Security, whoever raided, they discovered that. And I also saw an excerpt from, I think it might have been Kim. I don't know her name, Kim Porter.
Kim Porter.
She had a page in there talking about how he had all of the videos of the people, the men that he did things with. And I think that kind of goes into a lot of the stories that you hear about the blackmail within the industry. Because I know you mentioned his can't stop, won't stop attitude. And it seems that he was serious about getting his way. And he tried to use the sex as ways to get people involved. But the funny thing is, I think that's way beyond Diddy. I've heard that, I don't know if I want to say that on a record.
A black man in America doesn't have the luxury to be a sexual deviant, especially if you're a leader, which Diddy was. You know what I'm saying? He put a lot of people on. A lot of people got on because of Diddy. When you're in a position of power, it comes with responsibility, and you abuse that. And karma gonna come around because that's how the universe works. You know what I'm saying? It's a lesson. Same thing happened to Kells. It's another artist. You gotta be aware of what's come before you. You know what I'm saying? And try to change.
But I ain't gonna lie though, I was tripping out. What you doing with 1,000 bottles of baby oil in your house? You can't be that ashy, bro. Where you need 1,000 bottles of baby oil in your crib.
Let's be real. Is that legitimate? Has that been verified? Because to me personally, we're in an election year. We're in an extremely pivotal time for our country, as it seems. And to me, it seems like that's where our attention as a culture is on the BS. We're focused on 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Like, do we really think that someone would have 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
You never know, man.
You know how much.
But like I said, America been in porn. There's so many categories of it. So everybody got that itch. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't put it past. I've seen a video recently where one of his parties, he has a giant 50-foot bed in the backyard.
Big white bed, right.
Chris Brown dancing on the bed. There's women sitting on the edge of the bed. So it's like, you gotta think, sometimes these people drop clues to this stuff, like before it goes down, and you look back, like, dang, he was saying that in the third or acting and moving this way back in 2010, and I just ain't peep it until he got caught. Now it makes sense.
Wrong is always wrong, no matter the time era. In the 90s, when Kells married Aaliyah at 15, that was wrong, and everybody cool with it. But now in hindsight, it's like, oh man, that's terrible. What you mean terrible? It's terrible then too. It's just that now we're sensitive time where we're trying to switch up the game late, and it's kind of too late to do so. You gotta know right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have some discernment. And people might be great in music, but not be great people.
Right.
It's very interesting, especially when we talk about the underage things, right? Because we're talking about black people. You guys are more from up north. I'm from the South. And so the other side, I've known cases where someone has married someone at a younger age. Not necessarily procreated with them, but they married them at a younger age. And even going into this thing where we're talking about Diddy, I feel that it's more of an attack on us as black men rather than anything else. Because from a Democratic Party, from a political thing, they swept the thing under the rug about Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah.
Really drilling down and talking about that. A lot of people in power were a part of that. And personally, with a lot of these CEOs stepping down, I think that they had something to do with Diddy as well. I don't want to get into the video. I don't want to go watch the videos and really study the case, but those people are in a certain type of circle.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. He is the victim. He's the person that's being blasted. But I think there's a lot of people.
You tiptoeing on the line. Are you justifying, like, you're a victim? If you're saying he's a victim, are you justifying, like we did, like we take it back to the Cassie video, you know, man, like incident. So it started there, and now it's the kind of to the point we are now.
He's a powerful man, but his victims, the people that were close to him, the women, the men who were engaging, a lot of it was cool. A lot of it consensual. A lot of them seeing what was happening and either was around it or engaged in it. You know what I'm saying? Cassie was in it for a whole decade. You dedicate your life to a man you knew he was. You know, at what point did you know, and did you get out? You stayed.
You think that everybody around probably stayed because they were coerced or he had something on them, whether that was a record deal, whether that was a hit song, whether that was a promise to be around this certain individual, that was threatening to hurt their partner. I think there was a thing where it was in the studio with Cassie. He came and had his bodyguard hang while they in the balcony or something, because he didn't want to. So there's these demonstrations of power in these situations that I think people just got put in too.
So you think, going back to what Ness said, all that stuff like overexerting your power, your boundaries in a sense, back to haunt you.
Absolutely.
We definitely want to know what you guys think about this subject. It's a hot topic, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking about Diddy for the rest of this year up until the election time. That's why we're sitting here talking about it, because we want to know what you think. So let's just wrap things up here. What we all agree to say, great musician, but sketchy character. What would be your last words to sum up your stance on this?
I just want to know, why is it that our greats are always being attacked? We spoke about legacy on our last episode, and we spoke about Michael Jackson, for example.
Right.
Michael Jackson, one of the greatest, but where they try to pin something on him to just distort all of our view of him, and ultimately he had a lot of ownership that he didn't want to give up. So what I'm seeing,
Sam Cooke, yeah, he's the first one.
First one that got knocked out,
yeah.
What I'm seeing is, you're not saying that Diddy is not guilty. I'm not saying that he doesn't have power issues, or I'm not saying he's not obsessive. But what I am saying is that I'm seeing the stream of when we own something or we're going to the next level, there's always this defamation of character going on. So,
Ness.
We don't have room for error. You know what I'm saying? You don't have room to be a sexual deviant, the black man in America. You just don't. I'll take you down for it. You know what I'm saying? Use your weakness against you. Your own nature. Know how that studies you. So study him. See how he moves and move better. We love stars, but all of our stars get pulled down. What black male entertainer hasn't been pulled down once he gets some ownership? Do it the right way. Do it a different way. Do it a better way. The rewards will be better. This life and the next. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. We want to know what y'all think about this hot topic. Dove a little bit deep in for y'all. That's what we do here at Roc Radio. We keep it objective. You make you look at all the aspects of the playing field. So with that being said, I'm Henry Rock Johnson along with Ness and Thrizzle. Stay tuned to the next episode of Roc Radio.